Hello YouTube, aka Soggy Buns here. Welcome to another tutorial video. Introduction to programming using Python. And actually what we're going to do today is we're going to do something a little bit different than what we originally were going to do. Today what we're going to do is we're going to write the program called Wumpus, and this is found in the Hello Python book, which is written by Anthony S. Briggs. And so what Wumpus is it is an adventure game that what it does is it puts a player in a cave, and the player can put in a number from 0 to 21, or actually from 1 to 20, 1 to 20. 1 to 20 I believe. And what it will do is there will be this Wumpus in the cave, and they're looking for the Wumpus. And when they get close to the Wumpus, if they're one below where the cave of the Wumpus, or one above where the Wumpus is, it'll tell them, I smell a Wumpus. And so they can go through the caves, and then what happens is the Wumpus eats them. And that's just this basic version of Wumpus. And so what we're going to do is we're going to write this program. But I'll show you how the program works, and then we'll go ahead and we'll write it. So I'll press F5, and what happens is that this opens up in the Python shell, and it says, welcome to Wumpus. You can see 21 caves. To play, just type the number. Just type the number of the cave you wish to enter. Next. You are in cave 2. Which cave next? And so then what I can do is I can say, how about cave 10? And you press enter. It says you are in cave 10. What cave next? And I'll just go up 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh wait, 22 is not a cave. You are in cave 20. Which cave next? Okay, we'll start back at 1. 1. Oh, it says I smell the Wumpus. So if I push, so that means the Wumpus is in cave 2. So if I push 3, it says you are in cave 3. Okay. But so now if I push cave 2, oh no, cave 1, I smell a Wumpus. So the Wumpus is close by. Okay. Cave 0, you got eaten by the Wumpus. So actually means there's a but. We wrote that wrong, but that's okay. You got eaten by the Wumpus. Play again, yes or no. Then I can say, yes, I want to play again, and I can say, no, I don't. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be making this basic game, but this is a good way to practice learning the syntax of Python, and syntax is like the grammar of Python. And so what I'll have you do is I'll have you open up Python. So open up the Python shell, which I just had open while I was playing the game, and then press File, New Window. A new window will come up, and then if you want, I'll put the code in the description below. But I would recommend going through it with me, just to practice the syntax. So what we'll do is we'll type in from random import choice. What that's doing, oops, I spelled import wrong, sorry. Import choice. And so what that's doing is saying from the library random import the method choice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to assign the cave numbers. So if you do cave, and then I like to, and then cave numbers, and then what we'll do is we'll say equals range, and then we'll do these parentheses and put 1 comma 21, and so it'll be from cave 1 to cave 21. And so what this is what we're doing is we're assigning this name, this variable, and it's going to be between the range of 1 to 21. Okay, that's the neat thing about Python, is it's really easy to use. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say the Wumpus location. Wumpus location equals, so we're assigning it, to a variable equals choice, and that's what we just imported, equals choice, and then put these parentheses, that means parameters, and then we'll say cave numbers. Equals cave numbers. And so what this is doing is what it's doing is it takes any number from this range of 1 to 21 in cave numbers, right? 1 to 21, and then with choice, it just picks a random number. So it can be 1 through 21. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say player location, player underscore location equals, once again, this choice method, choice, and then parentheses for the parameter, and we're going to say cave numbers once again, so that we know that it's the choice, the random number needs to be between 1 to 21. And that's, so Wumpus location is where the Wumpus will be, player location will be where the player begins. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to write a while loop. So while player underscore location, while player location equals Wumpus location, and then what we want to do is we want to put these colons to say that these are the conditions we want. So when the player location equals the Wumpus location, that's what equals means. When it's the same, we're going to do player underscore location equals choice parentheses, and then we're going to say cave underscore numbers. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to initiate the game. So it's going to say, we're going to type print, and then do these parentheses to say this is what we want to print. And then you do these quotations, that's to say that it's a string. And we can go through strings later. If you don't know what a string is, I would recommend Googling it. And then we'll just say, welcome to Hunt the Wumpus, exclamation mark. Okay, and then enter, then once again print the parentheses and then the quotes, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this because we're going to print a couple things. If it'll let me copy it. Nope, it won't. See if it'll let me copy it. Control C. Yep. Okay. It's because we want to print. We're going to be printing 4 lines. Welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. And then we'll say you can see, and then what we'll say is you can see length. That's what this len is, length, parentheses for the parameters, and then we're just going to say cave numbers. And what this does is it say you can see 1 to 21, and then we're going to do this quotation again, say we want to add more, and then add a string again, cave. So you can see the length of caves, which is 1 to 21. You can see 21 caves. So what this does is it gets the biggest integer right here, 21 caves. You can see 21 caves, and then we'll say to play, just type the number, and then we'll just go make another line. Just type the number of the cave you wish to enter. Next. Okay? And then what we're going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to type in another while, and this one is while true. So that means if this statement is true, print, do another print one, while true, print while true, print. And then what we're going to do is we're going to print you are in cave. Okay, and then we don't know what cave the player is in, because remember we made it at random. So what we're going to do is we're going to say you are in cave, and then we put this comma there, and then we'll say you are in cave, and then we'll just say display player's location. Okay, and then we'll do a if, do these quotations for parameter, if player location equals Wumpus location, because also we don't know where what cave the Wumpus will be in, so we'll ask what it's in. If it's in the same location as Wumpus location, but -1, okay, or if player location equals, which means it's exactly the same, Wumpus location +1. So this would mean if the Wumpus was in cave 3, this would mean cave 2, or this would mean cave 4. Okay, we'll do this. Oh, excuse me, we don't need this or this. Okay, so if that and that, then with the colon we'll say please print, and we'll do that again, print I smell a Wumpus. So I'll type that real quick. I smell a Wumpus. Okay? And you can type whatever you want there. I smell Wumpus. And then what we'll do is we'll type player. Now we're going to declare a new variable, player input. Oops, excuse me again. Player input equals input, and then we'll want these quotations, and then what we'll do is we'll just have it print this greater than symbol, just so they know that they need to type something. Player input equals input, and then if not player input dot is digit, so that means it needs to be a digit, is digit, or int, so integer, that's saying the player's input will be an integer, player input so not player input dot is digit, parentheses, or int player input not in cave cave underscore numbers, which remember is up here if it's not between the numbers 1 to 21, and then we'll put a colon. Have it print out whatever the player puts in, player input, comma, and then we'll print out the string is not a cave. Okay, and then we'll need to have 2 here. So these parentheses are for the print statement. This one's for the whole if statement. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll press enter and backspace to kind of a little bit better formatting. and then we'll type else colon enter player underscore location equals int. Excuse me, I keep pressing enter. Forgive me for that. Player int, and then parentheses, and then we'll say player input. So if player locate so what it's doing is if the player input, right, so we decide if it's not between 1 or 21, or if it's not even a number, then it prints this right here. So if not, it jumps to here, else. So then what happens is that means that player location, that means that whatever player input is between 1 through 21. So it will now declare player location of whatever the player inputs, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, please just write in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. So player location now equals whatever the player's input is, and then now we'll hit enter. If player underscore location equal, that means it is equal to Wumpus underscore location colon, then we'll print arg, you got eaten by the Wumpus. Okay, and then what we'll do is so if the player gets eaten by the Wumpus, and then what we'll do is we'll just type in break. That will end the game. Okay, so now let's run it. You can either run it by pressing F5 or pressing run run module, and then what it does is it asks it to be saved, so press OK. And then what I like to do, I'll just save it in the desktop, and then we'll just say Wumpus Wumpus.py. Okay, and we'll save. Okay, and now it says that we have invalid syntax, which, yep, this is correct, right? Remember, it needs to be Wumpus underscore. So we'll press F5 again. Oh, and it says we have one more syntax error, so it's because of this. We'll just erase that. We'll run it again, see if we have any more syntax error, and we don't. Okay, what's going on? That's not right. So if that's happening to you, just press Control-C. That'll interrupt it. Alright, so let's find out why it just keeps printing you're in cave 15, you're in cave 15. So let's go back to our code. Alright. So if it's saying that, okay, so it's doing this. Welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. So it's printing this. You can see 20 caves, so it's printing this. To play, just type the number. Okay, so it's seeing this. Just type the number of the cave you wish to enter next. And then so what it's doing, while true, print. So let's try this. Oh, sorry. While true, I'm trying to find that. Just bear with me. Okay, so I found the problem, which is a really funny, silly problem, but it's fine. So what happened is, while this was true, all I was just saying print this, and so that's what it's doing, is just printing this. You're in cave 2, you know. And what we left out is we forgot to say right here, print which cave next. And then another thing that's really important is, and that's the thing I love about Python, is they don't make you use all these extra weird characters to define stuff. What they do is they just ask you to just indent things properly. And so within this while true statement, whenever we're setting a condition, it just needs to be tabbed once within this while true statement. And so we have this print, and then we have this if statement, and then you see how we got this condition, and then it's tabbed here because it's still within this condition, and then it's tabbed again because it's within this condition. And then so we want this to print, we want to print a different statement, and so we have it tabbed under the while true tabulation, as long as this and this and this. Okay, so make sure you get the indentation right. All right, so now I'll hit F5 or run, and then it'll ask you to save it. Press OK, and then it'll say welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. You can see 20 caves, right? Welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. You can see 20 caves to play. Just type the number of the cave you wish to enter. You are in cave 20. Which cave next? All right, we'll just start with 1, okay? Maybe 0, okay? Okay, 0's not a cave. You're in cave 1. Okay, so we'll start with 2, 3. Okay, I smell a Wumpus, so that means the Wumpus should be in cave 4. So let's press 5 and say you're in cave 5. Okay, so we'll press 4. Arr! You got eaten by the Wumpus. And then if you see it did these 3 alligators, mouths, that's what I like to call them, which means that it broke, just like we said. Okay, so that's great and everything, but what if you want to play it again? So let's add just something to make it so that we can ask the player if they want to play again. If they do, then what we'll do is we'll have it start back to welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. If they don't, then we'll have it break out. So let's go back into our code and let's add that. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to ask the player if they want to play again after they got eaten by the Wumpus. And so what we'll do is we'll go right here to the right after they got eaten. And we'll just print another string that says, do you want to play again? And we'll say, oops, sorry, my microphone fell. Do you want to play again? And then what we'll do is we'll type a Y for yes or N for no. Okay? And then what we'll do is we'll go down here and we'll declare player underscore input, and we'll just call this input 2, just because we don't want to assign a Y or an N to our other input, which is integers, numbers. So we'll say player input 2 equals input, parentheses, and then we'll do that same alligator mouth to let them know that, oh, we want you to put it in input. And then what we'll do, so press enter from there, and we'll type an if statement. So if player underscore input 2 is equal to, so if they type in, and then we'll do in this string, if they type in a lowercase n, then what it'll do is we'll have it break. Okay, so make sure you do that indentation so it knows that if this is true, then we want this to happen. Okay, so but what if someone types in a capital N like we have in here? So we need to set down that condition too. So what we'll do is we'll type in or player underscore input 2 is equal to the big N. And so the only way that it will break from the code is if the player types in a little n or a big N. And if we wanted to, we could type in another one that says no or whatnot. But this will be good. So what will happen after they got eaten by the Wumpus, just like we did here, it'll say print, and it'll print this string that says, do you want to play again, Y or no? And then it'll ask for the player to do an input. If player input is equal to, so see how here we're assigning it to this one we're comparing, equal to lowercase n, or if the input is equal to an uppercase N, then the code will break. If not, what it'll do is it'll go back up here and it'll print this "Welcome to Hunt the Wumpus," and we'll go over the whole process again. So let's press F5, run the module. Ask us to save it, press OK. Oh, we got invalid syntax. Oh, yeah, sorry. We need to have a colon here to declare what the if statement is. Run module again, we'll try once more. Okay. Welcome to Hunt the Wumpus. And so we'll just start here in Cave 12. We'll just start with 1 again. 1, 2. Oh, I smell Wumpus, so that means that the Wumpus is in Cave 3. Arg! You got eaten by the Wumpus. And then it says, do you want to play again? Why or no? Okay, so let's see if our yes works. So if we just press Y, press enter, it starts over. It goes, you are in Cave 3 now. Okay? And then it says which cave next. So we'll start with 1. Oops, not 52. 2. Alright, so the Wumpus is in Cave 3, which is kind of funny. That's where we started. Arg! You got eaten by the Wumpus. So let's see if it breaks. So let's just type in a lowercase n, press enter, and see now it broke from the code. And so that's Hunt the Wumpus. I encourage you to play around with the code some more, see what you can do, see what you can change within the code. We might use the code next time, or we might break in. If you have a suggestion on what you'd want to do, just leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, please comment. I love getting comments, and I will answer back to them. But please let me know if this is something that you've enjoyed, if this has been helpful, or if we just need to dive into something more complicated. Subscribe so you can see most of the videos, and thank you.